Mobile Service Monday brought to you by Spiffy, the only full-stack mobile service platform trusted by top dealers and OEMs.
All right, welcome to Mobile Service Monday. As you can see, we have a new Bozard employee, Jake.
Join the dark side. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, sorry, Dad. My bad. No, Jake has volunteered to help us with our Tekion transition, and we're day 4 in Tekion.
You guys are actually doing pretty well. I mean, I'm surprised with how well your team's adapted and found the new process or working on a new process. But yeah, I decided to come down and help Jeremy and the team just with what he did when we called. And obviously they are the largest mobile operator. So, I mean, him and Ed Roberts rolled out the red carpet for us, did not need to do that. So when Jeremy told me they were switching to Tekion, I volunteered, asked if I'd come down and help them with the Tekion integration. And it's been interesting just seeing you guys go from Reynolds to Tekion and just figuring out what the process is. It's just been awesome sitting in the war room with you, Jasmine, Scott, Amy, just kind of what's the new process going to be, and just seeing how your team is so well trained and just apt to evolve and figure out what the new process is.
I'm glad you feel that way, because ours is like, the ship's on fire, it's sinking. But it is crazy how, because I was telling Michelle last night, it's like what we built for 2.5 years, like not just all at one time, just little pieces, and then it's like you're taking it and balling it up and throwing it. But we did talk about this, because you pointed out this book.
Great book.
If y'all haven't read this book, this is a great book. So this is books based off the Elon Musk book, and one of the things it tells you to do is pretty much question everything and tear up your process and simplify.
Poke holes in it. How can it be better? Simplify it.
And that's what we're finding out now, because now we have no backup plan, basically. It's almost like that story where you just burn the ships and either you win or you die, basically, kind of thing. But what you said is like, Amy and the service advisors. What's cool, what I love about Bozard is, we give freedom to our employees and they have a buy-in. So we never want to say, hey, this is our process, you got to fit in there. We've had a lot of brainstorming sessions, a lot of frustration, but at the end of it, everybody has their input. And, Jasmine said that the team pulled together, had a focus group trying to solve some issues.
Yeah, that's like you said. I mean, it's not like everything's coming down from the top saying, hey, this is how we're going to do it. It's the opposite. It's kind of coming from the people, the advisors, the technicians, helping figure out the process. Brad, he's awesome. And just what is the process? And then they're handing that up to you guys. And you're saying, if you like it, run with it.
Yeah.
And then they run with it like, oh, shoot, you know what? Let's actually tweak it and try this process. So, yeah, it's been amazing just seeing your team work through this and figure it out.
Well, because I know it's anytime you mess with processes or their natural habitat, because you get comfortable sitting behind your computer and hitting the right buttons and stuff like that. But what this has done is open our eyes up to gaps that were in our schedule. It's almost like there was nothing really wrong with it. It's just you didn't want to have to deal with this one piece right now.
Yeah.
And now it's like you're forced to.
Yeah, forcing you to be uncomfortable and find a better process. And yeah, because Tekion's obviously a whole different platform, and you can't bring in Reynolds and how you use it there into Tekion. You got to figure out a whole new setup. Like we were creating the dashboard, Jasmine and the Tekion rep, kind of walking through each step with it. So you guys are going to curate it around the process you come up with. But
it's been a struggle, but it's been pretty cool to see us rechange, because it was working good, and then you just dumped it. And it's almost like you just need to reevaluate your process, almost like a lot.
Yeah,
yearly.
You get complacent, comfortable with it, and
because even with the software. So I was just talking to a dealership earlier, Ford dealership, and he has 2 vans, and one of his concerns was software. And I was like, I wouldn't be worried about software with 2 vans right now.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know what you don't know what you don't know until because you probably experienced that, right? When you first started mobile, how many vans did y'all have when you first started?
We just had the one Chevrolet Bolt.
Yeah. So the one van, you probably got it to a point that's like, okay, it's working good. And then when you add the second one, it's like, well, that changes a little bit dynamics.
Nothing crazy, but
yeah, nothing crazy. But each van, it creates a different thing. And I always tell people, it's like, just maximize your human effort first. Because I feel like sometimes software is already built. And then it's like, hey, this is how you got to force your stuff in this software.
Yep.
And then you really don't know a lot of the stuff. But, we used a spreadsheet up to like 26 vans, I believe. And then, wow, it got crazy.
Yeah.
Because you said 40 people were sharing an online spreadsheet and people were accidentally, not on purpose, it just happens.
And you learn a lot from doing that too.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas if you just right off the rip started using software, it's kind of, not that it makes you lazy, but you just come real dependent on that.
Yeah.
Whereas like you guys figured it out with software or spreadsheets up to 26 vehicles and whiteboards and messages and Teams and Slack. You kind of forces you to figure this out. So when you're in a situation like this where you're doing a DMS change, they're going to be way more apt to figuring out what a new process could be.
Yeah. They know how the structure and how it's built without the software. And it's like, and that's what helped out this team, because they went back and said, well, what did we do before this other software? And it's like, we did it this way. It's like, oh, that's not too bad. Like, let's roll with it.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting, especially with the mobile service side, because it does change the dynamics. The Tekion app, the techs love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, on the tech side, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I went on some runs with Luke, Todd, Shelton. I mean, they picked it up like that. I mean, it's definitely a tech company. So it's very user-friendly. It's easy. It's the app. If their laptop died or broke or whatever, they can just go right to their phone. A lot of them are just using their phone and not even using their laptop anymore. So,
oh gosh, that's awesome to me.
Yeah,
because that's what they're used to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they watch TV on their phones. I don't like doing that.
Yep.
But it's pretty cool. They're used to that kind of, because we have a young crew on our team, and they're used to using a phone for everything.
They get the message popped up on their phone that parts are here or an appointment's been canceled. So yeah, I don't think we'll ever be able to completely eliminate laptops. That'd be awesome, but you still need your MDI and software updates.
But it's getting closer though.
Yeah, I mean, a maintenance tech that's only doing oil change rotates. I mean, he essentially could. Now, do you guys have to, for Ford warranty, when the advisor writes up the ticket, like say in the drive, do you have to use like an e-advisor, like a dongle scan?
Oh gosh, thank God we don't.
Oh, that is the biggest pain in our butt.
I didn't realize that.
Now I need a hotspot. Now I need a laptop and an e-advisor dongle just to do the repair order.
I would think that if it's a mobile service, they'd find a way to bypass that piece of it, because it's like you got everybody knows what the car you're working on. Everybody sees everything at this point.
If it's the first free oil change or a recall or anything warranty, it has to be savvy dongle scan.
Like I left Chevrolet like 6 months after they started bringing that out, and I was like, man, that's for mobile service. It does that. So you've been here all week. So anything like that you picked up that you're going to try to take back to your store?
The check-in process. Having the technician do the check-in process. I'm messaging one of my technicians now. He tried it out and he said it was smooth as well. He liked it. So I've been thinking about that, just kind of having the technician, almost instead of like a mobile technician, a mobile specialist. And they are just soup to nuts. I mean, they are the advisor. They are the technician. They are the cashier. They handle it themselves like their own little business. That just, helps cut back on management and oversight and the amount of people you need on the back end. I mean, they own the day, they own their appointment. It's their job to collect payment, reschedule. If the part's incorrect or whatnot, they got to reach out to parts, get the correct part. So I'm going to try that with Trevor, see how that goes with him. But yeah, that, and then the process of, because it's easy for us. We're 7 vehicles doing 20 to 35 appointments a day. So with the routing software we're using now, it pushes into Tekion the day before at 5 a.m. And then so that repair order is created the day before, so our parts has all day to pull the 20, 35 appointments, and they just put them on the shelf. So that works for us, but that could not work here. So it's definitely opened my eyes to how I'm gonna have to figure out when we get to the 40th and 50th mobile unit,
Yeah.
what the process is gonna be. So, and we'll definitely stay in touch. I'm really curious to see what you guys end up.
Oh, yeah, 'cause